Hello and welcome back to Func. I'm Colby Hawk.
And I'm Kimberly McKnight.
Thanks for tuning in today. We've had some very rainy weather to start this week off, so let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next few days and see what's in store. Today, we have a high of 68 degrees and a low of 53 with a 100% chance of rain. Fortunately, tomorrow, on Tuesday, the rain is forecasted to stop with sunny skies, a high of 60 and a low of 44. Then on Wednesday, there will also be sunny skies with a high of 60 and a low of 38. However, on Thursday, clouds are expected to roll in for some overcast weather conditions with a high of 64 and a low of 44. If you have any plans to be out tonight, don't forget a rain jacket, but enjoy the nicer weather for the rest of this week.
Today's word of the day is malleable. An object that is malleable is something that can be bent or stretched into various shapes different from its original form. Malleable can also refer to something easily changed or influenced. This term can be used in sentences such as, Play-Doh is a malleable putty that many children play with and make their own creations using their hands. Or, students' minds are malleable, which makes it imperative that they have positive influences during their formative years growing up.
Now for today's This Day in History segment. On April 7, 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower presented the domino theory during a press conference. This theory states that communism must be contained at all costs in order to prevent it from spreading to other countries. In fact, this theory became the backbone of the United States foreign policy for the rest of the Cold War and one of the reasons behind the United States intervention in Vietnam in 1965 and the invasion of Grenada in 1983. On the topic of history, our own Cole Kennedy has been working hard this year on a project telling the story of his great-grandfather and his untold story from World War II. He currently has an exhibit in the Duke Library and an upcoming premiere for his documentary, so we'll turn it over to him to learn more.
Hello, my name is Cole Kennedy. I'm currently a senior here at Furman University, and I've had the privilege of working with the Special Collections and Archives here at Furman to produce a museum exhibition about my great-grandfather, Lieutenant General William Howard Arnold. So, starting on the exhibit, you have various artifacts and photographs of his life, from his 3-star pin to a letter and photograph of him with General Omar Bradley in 1951, up to his helmet, which he wore as he was a Major General of the Americal Division during World War II. Up here, you have various photographs throughout his military career, the most notable of which is a political cartoon which was made during World War II. And then finally, we have a timeline which details his entire life from when he was born throughout his entire military career up until he died in 1976. In the center of this timeline, you have a movie poster for my documentary that I've produced about his life called Victor to Cebu. Victor to Cebu is premiering at Furman University's Burgess Theater on April 10th at 5 p.m. I hope to see you all there. This exhibition is on display until finals week, and I encourage you all to come by the main level of the library and check it out.
Are you needing some more COPs before the end of the year? If so, there are a number of COPs happening this week you can check out. Tomorrow, April 8th, from 5 to 6:15 p.m. in the Trone Student Center Burgess Theater, Student Health Services will be hosting Dr. Lori Betternick, a communication and human behavior expert, to lead a seminar called Am I Being Clear? Drawing from her research, Dr. Bernadette will explore how boundaries can contribute to a healthy relationship and personal well-being in today's modern world.
Also tomorrow from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. in the Theater Playhouse Main Theater will be a performance of Molière's Tartuffe, or The Imposter, a comedy play directed by Rhett Bryson. If tomorrow's show isn't a good time for you, there are a number of other showtimes happening this week as well. Tickets are on sale now at furmantheater.ludus.com, so grab your tickets today. Our own Avery Johnson got to visit the theater to learn more about this upcoming play, so we'll hand it over to her to see what she's learned.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Avery's Art Avenue, where we highlight all the arts happening on campus. Today, we're back in the Playhouse to highlight the last production of Furman Theater's season. It is Tartuffe by our lovely Frenchman, Molière.
The play Tartuffe, also known as The Imposter or The Hypocrite, was first performed in 1664 and is a theatrical comedy written by Molière. The characters of Tartuffe, Elmire, and Orgone are considered among the greatest classical theater roles. The story is surrounded by Tartuffe, who portrays himself as a poor man in order to weasel food and shelter out of Orgon, who is a very wealthy man in the city. By doing this, Tartuffe gains access to the household so that he can seduce Orgon's wife, whom he's strangely in love with. Seeing their inheritance snatched away, Orgon's family tries various schemes to expose Tartuffe's hypocrisy. Will they succeed? Make sure to check it out this week in the Playhouse.
Be sure to check out this CLP happening between April 8th and April 13th right here in the Playhouse at 7:30 throughout the week and at 2 on Sunday. Tickets are $2 for students during the week at the door or $5 on the weekends. This has been Avery's Art Avenue, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Avery.
Next, on Wednesday, April 9th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. in McAllister Auditorium, the Furman Dance Club will be featuring A Dance with a Chance, a performance commemorating Merce Cunningham, a 20th century American modern dance choreographer who was a trailblazer in chance-based angles to making art.
Let's take a look at today's top news stories. Amidst the heavy rain showers today, there have been flash floods across Furman campus and also around the Greenville area. Some locations, including Unity Park, the Cleveland Park, Greenville Zoo, and portions of the Swamp Rabbit Trail from Hudson Street to Allrow Bridge have been closed down. Currently, the worst flooding is at Cleveland Park, with some sections of Unity Park underwater as well. With that in mind, make sure to have some good waterproof shoes or boots if you're out today.
Yesterday, it was announced that the Tipsy Taco restaurant located on Augusta Road is now closed down, but this may not be the end of the story. The owners took to Facebook to share a post and stated that we're beyond grateful for all the love and support from our Canesti crew. The pharmacy, a brand new concept from the Tipsy Taco restaurant family, will soon be taking over this location. Perhaps when the pharmacy opens, there will be a good new food spot to check out, so stay tuned for more updates.
This past Friday, the Func team set up at the Furman Forward Club and Organization Fair to tell prospective students about the program. Our own Cole Kennedy has more on this event.
So we at Func, we're representing ourselves at Furman Forward, and it is a great opportunity for us to meet prospective students and tell them all about what we do as Furman University News Channel. And our main goal is to get new students interested so they will hopefully join up and reinvigorate this club. So at our table, we've set up some broadcasting sets as well as iPhone kits, and we've set up also some stickers for prospective students to take. And this is a great way just to tell these people who we are and show them the real Furman advantage that the Furman University News Channel provides students interested in journalism.
Thanks, Cole. And with that, that's a wrap for today's show. If you have any questions, comments, or stories, email can'tstopthefunk@gmail.com. I'm Colby Hawk.
And I'm Kimberly McKnight. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.